let's go over this, guys. This just came out. Marco Rubio, not a patriot. Never was one. When Alex Jones came to him in the halls of Congress and said China is creating a social credit score, which is enveloping our country currently through tech, because Google has been sent over to China. Amazon, iPhone has sold all your information and your PIN, your Apple ID. I've never had Apple, so screw that. Over to China. Nobody listened. Alex Jones, I don't care how controversial he is, I would not know everything I know if it was not for him. So say what you want about the man. Look what Marco Rubio just put out as a bill. It's a red flag law. What do you know? 460 guns, approximately, in Florida have already been taken away for red flag laws, which means there is no jury. There is nothing. People go to see the judge, and they say, yeah, Corey doesn't get a gun. He's acting crazy right now. Corey's acting crazy. We don't think that he gets a gun. And the judge says, yeah, okay. You don't get your say in front of that. This is what he just put out. The tragedy at Marjorie Stoneman Douglas in Parkland, Florida, was the result of multiple system failures requiring a multifaceted approach to prevent mass or fuse shootings. Congress must work to create a more effective system to prevent gun violence before it happens. Problem. Law enforcement or family members who have identified the dangers and threatening behavior of an individual currently have limited options to remove firearms from an individual's possession. I agree with that. I completely agree with that. But when does it infringe upon our rights? 460 people in Florida already have had their guns have been taken away for no reason. They have not seen a judge. The cops come, take their guns, they take them away. And then you got to fight it out in court afterwards. No thank you, sir. No thank you, sir. No thank you, Marco Rubio. When Alex Jones came up to you in the halls of Congress saying, they're censoring me. I just got deplatformed. And what did Marco Rubio say? Well, I don't know who this guy is. Who doesn't know who Alex Jones is? Are you kidding me? This guy's a snake, and he's been seen in bathhouses all over Florida. I would say a F word, but I'm not going to say it. I got to be monetization friendly. And it wasn't the FU word. It was another word. Yeah. And I'm bisexual. I can say that, all right? I don't choose that. That's just how I am, and that's just what I am. Whatever. That doesn't matter. I love that I have that. I love that I have that leverage, right? They can't call me anti-gay or whatever. They can't do that to me. They can't do it. They can't do it, and they hate it. All right, so the problem is the law enforcement of the families who have identified the dangerous and threatening behavior of individual currently have limited options to remove firearms for that individual's possession or ensure they cannot purchase firearms. We tell people if you see something, say something. This bill ensures that we do something. Well, you guys haven't done schnada. You guys haven't done nothing. You guys haven't secured our borders. Did it just say? They haven't. If you see something, say something. Yeah, New Year's Eve. Do you know what happened New Year's Eve? The Hispanics at the border thought it was cool and thought that. Hold on. They thought it was cool. Sorry, I had to fix my hair, because my hair is all messed up. They thought it was cool to rush the border on New Year's Eve because they thought that. Look at him. He's giving me hugs. He's such a sweetheart. I love him so much. They thought it was cool to rush the border on New Year's Eve because they thought that we would all be partying and drunk and whatnot. So 150 people got over the border. They were throwing babies over the border wall. And our border patrol agents were catching babies. And what happens to every single one of those babies that get caught? Currently under law, Well, they said Obama was the deporter-in-chief. He's not a deporter-in-chief. It's called catch and release. Every release that they caught at the border and released into the interior of our communities, that they gave buses to Missouri and Minnesota and Wisconsin and Iowa and all the interior, was a deportation. That's not a deportation. Deportation is when you get sent back to your country. I'm off on another tangent. I'm sorry, but this just really, really upsets me. So let's read this, and this is the first time I'm reading this. I watched this from Guns and Gadgets. If you want a more clear, he's a police officer who's doing the right thing. He's a good police. Go to Guns and Gadgets. If you want my take on it, we'll watch it right now. And I don't know how long this is. He had different cuts and stuff in his videos, so it may be a lot. I don't know. I wasn't even planning on making a video, but you know that I do not like these red flag laws because it's not American. You guys you're telling someone, like I told you before in other videos, that like if a neighbor sees me in my backyard with a pistol on my hip in my own land, that they can call and think that I'm a threat. So then the cops can come to my house and take my gun away because my neighbor thinks I'm a threat because they got 2 signatures from my neighbors. And then I have to fight it out in the court of law to say, oh, you know, you have to get your guns back. No. That's not how it works. That's not how it works. I'm trying to spread this. I'm trying to get this information out. Solution. Congress, which has an approval rating of what? 25-30%? Horrible. Oh, Donald Trump's approval rating is 50%. Isn't that what? Oh, well, actually, he's got a higher approval rating than Obama did within his first 4 months. So shut the heck up. All right? Congress must pass legislation encouraging states to enact laws. And you know what? Donald Trump got behind this. I don't like that. That's your last tick, Donald Trump. You know I support you, but come on, bro. Come on, man. You are, like I said, I'm hanging on right now, bro. I'm hanging on, man. To provide laws. Enforcement or family members the option of obtaining court order to prevent firearm purchases and possession by individuals who possess significant threat to themselves or others while providing due process protections. How is it due process when you come take my gun and then I have to go to a judge later to get it back? Because 2 people think that I'm crazy and I shouldn't have a gun. How is that due process? It's not. Other states, including Maine, are currently considering such proposals. The Extreme Risk Protection Order and Violence Protection Act. Our Second Amendment proves that we have the right to remain armed as citizens. You cannot do anything. You cannot do like New Jersey does and limit the magazines to 10. That's why nobody complied in New Jersey. I think 1 person complied. The data that's been shown, 1 person complied with that ban. Nobody's doing it. What are you going to do? Come arrest us all? Because you guys are authoritarians? You guys are dictators? I don't think so. An Extreme Risk Protection Order grant program at the police, the Department of Justice. See, I'm over here. Let me put myself over here. All right. Make states enact qualifying laws eligible for funding to help implement such laws, as well as priority consideration of Bureau of Justice. All right, blah, blah, blah. Providing a process where a law enforcement officer or a family member of an individual can petition for, and after notice a hearing that a court can grant, that say they're coming from me, I don't have any say in. This is just a family member petitioning a court order for someone to come take my guns, my protection, my Second Amendment right away. It might as well be my First Amendment right because I have no say in the issue. Bullcrap. And I'm trying not to cuss. Providing a process where a temporary ex parte extreme risk protection order can be issued if court finds probable cause to believe that an individual imposes a significant danger of causing personal injury to himself or others in the future. In the future! Or others in the near future. Do you see how that's in italic? What are we doing? Minority Report? We're doing future shit now? Minority Report? Is that what that movie was about? Pre-crime intervention? Well, we saw what you posted on your Google, on your Facebook. We saw what you searched for. You know, we knew that you were at risk for being a racist, and you don't like immigration. You don't like customs enforcement. You know, you want a wall. You want a wall. So it's pre-crime. We knew you were going to commit a crime by doing something legal. I don't even know what I was about to say. We knew you were going to commit a crime by actually going after and posting a video about how unconstitutional it is to start taking people's guns away when they have not committed crimes. No crimes. In Maryland, the dude was killed. They came to his house at 4 in the morning and killed the dude. What do you do at 4 in the morning when someone's banging on your fucking door? Someone's banging on your door. What are you going to do? You're going to come with your fucking gun, are you not? I haven't even seen the... Are they ever going to release the video footage of that dude in Maryland? Are they going to do that? I don't know. You guys got me... Not you guys. Marco Rubio's got me freaking heated. I'm sorry. This is this touches me because it pertains to our Constitution. They're creeping in a socialist agenda, and a Republican, quote unquote, wants to release this. They want to release this bill into Congress when we have a new Democratic Congress. It's not going to pass in Senate. I don't think it's going to pass in Senate. Nothing's going to pass in Senate. Impeachment's not going to pass in Senate. So when they say that there was a historic win by the Democrats, it was a historic loss, to be honest with you, because literally they haven't won anything. Congress makes the laws, Senate passes them. They're not going to get any of the votes because we still have a Republican majority. That's why they're creeping in all these illegal immigrants, because they're voting. They are voting. They are stealing elections like Brenda Snipes in Broward County. She had to get let down. What? She wouldn't even give the actual votes in the paper. She destroyed the ballots when she was asked to release the paper ballots and the votes and all the information. She destroyed them. And Ron DeSantis, thank God it wasn't Gillum, is our freaking governor now. Thank God it was Gillum, Soros puppet. Yeah, alright. I don't want to get too hyped. I got to go to sleep and go back to work tonight. But ex parte extreme risk can be issued in court, fines, probable cause. It's the same. This is just red flag law. Look, you guys can read that. Establishing a felony criminal offense for knowingly making a false statement relating to an extreme risk protection order regarding... Alright, let me read that again. Establishing a felony criminal offense for knowingly making a false statement relating to... That doesn't mean anything, Marco Rubio. So you try to make it look good. You try to make it look good in your little proposal, well, you'll be labeled as a felon if you knowingly regard information that doesn't... It doesn't matter. It's the due process is not there no matter what. I don't care what you write in this bill right here. It doesn't matter. Your shit in the bill does not correlate. It doesn't matter. Well, we're going to establish a felony crime. You're going to be a felon if you say your next door neighbor isn't a felon and we don't find... This is pre-crime intervention, what they're doing right now. It's pre-crime. You haven't committed a crime. In the state of Florida right now, if you are not a violent, even a misdemeanor, even if it's spousal abuse or domestic violence, you can't get a gun. All right, so they always talk about this shit about, felons can't get. We need background checks. They do an FBI background check. When I got my gun, there's an FBI background check. They ask if you're an addict. They search if you have any mental problems. What more searching do we need? These people on TV make it act like you get no searches when you get your firearm, like they're just giving them to criminals. That's not the case. Anybody who's gotten a firearm in any state, let alone the state of Florida, knows this. So establishing felony criminal offense for knowingly making a false statement means nothing when you actually already took the person's gun away from them. What happens with that? When you already took the person's gun away from them, or what? Then you go arrest the person when they can't defend themselves? This is getting out of hand because this is getting into a whole nother level. Require clear process and instructions for the surrender of a respondent's firearms should an extreme risk order protection be issued. Require clear processes and instructions. So they want to let us know how to withdraw and give our rights away. Make sure there's clear processes so when this happens, they know what's going to happen. So when they knock on the door, they say, risk protection order, and then the citizen's supposed to say, oh, ooh, I got a complaint. Oh yeah, they're coming to take my guns. I know what to do now. Why? Is that because the death that just happened in Maryland? They had a fuck up? Sorry for my language. This is serious. If you're on this channel right now watching this, you know it's serious. I'm sorry. Language like that has to be used when they're clearly trampling on our constitutional rights. You want to tell us how to give our guns up? Now you want to tell us the right way to give our guns up? I can't believe this is happening. Go to Guns and Gadgets. He gives a more fluent and a lot more PG cop version of it. He is a cop. He's the only cop I actually like, to be honest with you. I've had run-ins with cops and stuff. Requiring clear process and instructions for the surrender of a respondent's firearm. I'm not surrendering nothing. Should an extreme risk... No. As well as clear processes and instructions for the swift return of such fire... Marco Rubio! Yeah. You wouldn't acknowledge Alex Jones. You wouldn't acknowledge that we're being censored. We're being deplatformed. The biggest person for free speech, Alex Jones. Agree with him or not. Everything he's talked about has came true. He talked about TV boxes in houses in the early 2000s that had cameras and microphones in them. Is that not true? Today, when you turn your smart TV on, is it not listening to you? Get the out of here with all that. Alex Jones. He stands for the Israelis. Shut up with all that Israeli, Jewish. Shut up. The only reason I'm so awake is because of him. So, yo, I must be an Israeli agent, right? You guys are ridiculous. Requiring that an issuance of an extreme risk protection order be reported to the appropriate federal state. All right. You know, I had to get this out. This is ridiculous. I didn't even want to make a video. I just wanted to come home and relax. But I saw Guns and Gadgets made a video about it. Go watch his. His is probably a lot more... aesthetically pleasing to the ear. But some people have to be like John X. Army sometimes and kind of have to scare the shit out of you to realize what the hell's going on in America. I love y'all. Oh no, I'm flying about. All right, I'm about to go do a contrail right now. Hold on. I love y'all. Born a Hawkeye. Out.